Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. This is going to be tutorial number 3, and today we are going to look at how to set up the flight management computer, or FMC, in the 737. So I think we should just begin then. So the FMC here, going to click on that and you get to the ident page. Here you're going to confirm the aircraft and the engine type and so on. So we can begin here in the model. We're going to confirm that we are in a 737-800, and we are. We're going to confirm the engine rating, and this is going to be a 26K rated engines. We're going to confirm the nav data, that is up to date. So if you have a Navigraph subscription, then you can update that via the navigation hub. But yeah, it is fine to use the Microsoft nav data as well, but the Navigraph is definitely recommended. But remark that's a paid subscription, so we need to pay for it. So yes, we can check that it is active from November 30th to December 28th, 23. So that is active, or that is the latest one. And we can check the operation program. This is going to be the version of the PMDG 737. And as you can see here, this is version 3.00.0087 MSFS. We can go to the POS init. Here you can type in the reference airport, or the airport you are currently at. We are currently at also, so it's going to be Echo November Golf Mike. Insert that here. We can insert a gate, that is not a requirement, so we're just going to leave it as it is. And we go to the next page, and you will find the GPS positions here. And we are going to fly on the left seat today, so we're going to use the GPS left position. There you go. So we can go to the route page. We're going to fly from Oslo today, so Echo November Golf Mike to Copenhagen, Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Our flight number today, that is going to be Nordic 932. Insert that here. For departure today, go to the departure arrival page and departure for Oslo. We're going to depart via out of 19 left via the OXAT to Charlie departure. Then click on the route page. You're going to get back to the route page. Don't click activate yet, but click on the next page, and here we are going to insert the flight, or the routing for the flight. So after OXAT, we're going to fly to Lima 996. After Lima 996, we're going to fly to Kelin. So a feature in this aircraft that is really handy, that I unfortunately can't show it to you guys. If you have an airway and a new airway after that and so on, instead of inserting the waypoint after airway, we can just insert a new airway. So if we, for example, had the OXAT here, airway Lima 996, and instead of entering Kelin here, and we had a new airway directly after, we could have entered a new airway here, and that would automatically have inserted the waypoint. But note that it might not always be the correct waypoint, so you need to always double check and see if it is correct. So a quick and handy feature in the aircraft. So after Kelin, we go to fly direct to Tupla. Tupla, Lima 996 to Arnov. There you go. And then we go to the arrival page again. Arrival to Copenhagen. Today we're going to use the ILS from a 2 to left in Copenhagen, while the Arnold to Charlie departure, and no transition. And then when you are finished with the route setup, you can click on activate and wait with the execute. So don't execute the route yet. Now we go to the init ref page, index, and performance. So here we go to insert everything that is related to the performance of the aircraft. So we can begin with the cost index. In Norwegian, I know they are using normally 9. I'm not sure if they had changed it or not, but normally using 9, so we're going to use 9. The final reserves. On the final reserves, you're going to use the final reserves and alternate that you get in the flight plan. So that is going to be 2.9, so we're going to round it up to 3 tons. You can wait with the zero fuel weight until you have loaded your passengers and cargo on board. For the cruising altitude, going to cruise at flight level 310 today. Cruise in, that is going to be 308.66. The average ISA, that's going to be -1, -46. Then it's going to be -47. So if I have, normally minus and minus is a plus, but here if you have a minus, you're going to add downwards, so that's going to be -7. Here we got to insert the transition altitude for airport. We are at Oslo, and in Norway transition altitudes are normally 7,000 feet, so we're going to leave it at 7,000. Then you can go to the descent page. You can wait with it until you're at cruise, but I normally set it up in on the air in the ground. So you can begin 250 below 10,000. The reason why it says 240 is because in this 77 is made in the US, and in the US the restriction is 240 below 10,000, but just change that to 250 and then that should be good. You can click on the forecast. We can begin with the altitude, so we want the winds for flight level 310, flight level 200, and 100. And then we're going to insert the QNH for Copenhagen. We're flying with the scattered clouds preset currently, so that's going to be 1013. And you want the transition level, so in Copenhagen the transition level is 5,000 feet, so flight level 50. Then you can go to the legs page or fix, and we are going to insert our engine outside. So the engine outside can depend where you're going to be able to find it. You can use a virtual performance tool, very handy tool and definitely recommended. Or you can go to the website to Blackbox711, that is another YouTuber, and he have made a website where you can find the engine outside for many airports, especially in Europe. So we could use either of those two, and we are going to use virtual performance tool for this demonstration. So the engine outside for 1 and 9 left, that is going to be at 5 DME Gardermoen VR, go through my mic. So we're going to go to the fix page, Gardermoen VR, confirm Gardermoen, and at 5 DME. So that means we are going to fly straight out of runway 19 left, and when passing 5 DME we are going to turn left to VBook. So then we go to the next page again, to the page furthest behind, or the last page. We go to insert VBook, and we're going to use triple alpha here to make a disk community, so that the aircraft is not going to calculate that route to VBook when it calculates when our arrival time and everything is. So at VBook we go to hold, so we're going to go to the holding page, click VBook, insert it here, then you get to the holding, so I can change some options. So it says that we're going to be 274 inbound, right turns, and we're going to be at 3,600 feet. Sometimes when you're inserting that altitude here, it might not every time work, so if it doesn't work, write it down again and just click on the A, that means above, and then it should work. But here it works with 3,600 feet. And that is going to be the engine outside. So then you can go back to the legs page here, and you can look at the route. So to look at the route, you go here on the EFIS, change the plan mode, and then you can see your route here in the blue. So if it is blue, then it means that it is not active, and if it is magenta, then it is active. So we're going to look at the route here. So you can go to the legs page, and here you get a step button now. That's going to get you through every waypoint. So we are going to look for abnormalities like turns that doesn't seem like us or right. Everything else seems to be good. Wide looks at the Charlie departure, and then we're going to fly straight south to Copenhagen. And here you can see that we have a vector here after Abegi. That is standard procedure in Copenhagen. Normally you get vectored into the runway. So if you're flying online like on Vatsimo IVAO, leave it as it is. If you're flying offline, you can just take the final approach fix and overwrite that one. But if you then want to erase it like I want now, you should do that after executing the flight, because now I can't remove it. But we are flying offline today, so that is what we're going to do. But if you're not flying offline or flying online, leave it as is. And if there is no HC online when you arrive there, then you can remove it. And then we're going to continue down, check that everything here is good, and we can see that they have also inserted the missed approach. And also our engine outset here in Oslo. So when you're satisfied, you can click on the execute button, and then you see that the route is now active. You can go back, and you can go to the route data. So here you can request the winds for the route. To be able to get the winds, you need to go into the universal flight tablet here. Go in here. If you go to the settings, you can the SimBrief allies. If you type in your SimBrief username here, you should be able to request flight plans. So we're going to do that here. So here you can see from also the Copenhagen, the departure is wrong. I'm sorry for that, but we have the correct departure in the FMC. And then after you have requested that, you can go back to the FMC, and then you're going to be able to request winds. It's going to take a couple of seconds for it to get the winds from SimBrief. There you go. And you can click the load button. It's now going to upload the wind, and you can execute. After that, you can go to the descent page, forecast, and then you can also load the winds for the descent page. And it should also give the ISA temperature or deviation. There you go, and you can click execute. And then the only thing you need to wait for is the load sheet to arrive. And yeah, that is something we're going to cover in the final pre-flight procedure. So yeah, that is basically it for this tutorial. I hope that you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you again on our future flight. So have a good one. Bye bye.